Alright, hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Necrozoologists Wanted. Previously on the last episode, uh, um, Sebastian, here is a piece of wood that is moldy. I want you to break it whenever you find that strange spirit you're looking for, and it will unleash the ghost of your own to stop your target from getting away.
I'm back. I mean, I'm here, not that
Hi.
Hi.
Uh, all right. Cool. That's all. That's what happened the last episode. Cool. We were right about to jump into combat. Uh, Looky here. I'm first on the initiative order. Cool. So, last we'd left off, your characters were rushing out of the of the building, looking at Marcus, who is set to fight six Minotaurs, and because there are more Minotaurs inside, on the Minotaur's turn, each turn, I'm gonna add a Minotaur to the map that Raymond is going to control. Cool. Before the combat started, Marcus has used strange magical tattoos to summon two other archons who have their own initiative but who rolled really low. And now, on his turn, he is going to. Alright, he's going to charge at Raymond Graves, taking the attacks of opportunities from two of the Minotaurs on his way up. So that's going to be two Minotaur attacks. Oh, I should put on some combat music.
yeah, you should.
Yeah, he identifies that Raymond is the one holding the Necronomicon, and singles him out on the battlefield and rushes for Raymond. Cool. Two great axe attacks from the Minotaurs. 23 and 23. Those are both going to hit. Beautiful. Is the yeah, the combat music should be playing. Yeah, no, I think it's just not gonna be on the recording for me. That's okay. Okay. Where? There we go. Cool. Victor family. And Marcus. So 23 is gonna do that's 23 points of damage. It is slashing, and I am raging. So that is going to be, instead of 23, it is going to be 11 points of damage, which brings me to this much. Cool. As a bonus action, Marcus is going to start raging. He is going. That is one of his. That is one of his last two rages left, and he is going to do a reckless attack, and he is going to do 3 attacks on Graves. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, the last one, the 10.
The first two definitely hit.
Yep. Cool. So I've already used my bonus action, so I can't force you to make you a dexterity 16 strength save or be thrown to the ground, but I will do the damage, which is 13 both times for a total of 26 points of damage.
I'm down.
All right. Cool. In this case, you fall to the ground. You lose control of uh, um, of the Minotaurs, and so they are actually going to be. Oh, let's see. Let me do a quick. Let me do a quick wisdom save on them to see if they go just completely mad or if they are going to stay calm. And if I roll, I'm gonna say if I roll a 15 or higher, they're gonna stay on your side of the combat, but just I'm going to be controlling them. No, they all go berserker. Okay. Cool. That would be my turn, except I'm going to action surge. Because I recovered my one action surge because on the short rest between in the previous hour. So I have 3 more attacks, and he is going to target. He's going to target Senna. All right. 1, 2, 3. Does a 15 hit? The first 2 hit? Cool. I don't get an extra bonus action from... Okay, so that is a total of 32.
That's
Yeah.
down.
Alright, you have 31 points of health, so you are down as well. And that is it for... my turn as Marcus. It's the Great Jeremiah's turn. The Great Jeremiah. What do you want to? The battle situation.
I was mute, so I'm just screaming right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, all the players are like, 2 players are down already.
Yep.
Oh great. Where's the book exactly?
The book is in right now. The book is in Raymond Graves's hands. He had it out ready and and was using it to try to control the Minotaurs. So it's in his hand on the ground.
Could I even carry Raymond Graves?
You could try to make an athletics check to move him around without being encumbered. I don't think he's carrying that much gear, so generally speaking, yes. Do you want to take a disengage action and then with your movement and try to drag Graves away from the fight?
Wait, he's like a Graves and Senna are like a...
Yeah, they're down. They're at 0 HP, both of them.
Aren't they Trinities though?
Yes, they're not going to make death saves, but it is still possible for me to to hit them on the ground and decapitate them.
That would not be very good.
Are we on range of him, actually?
We are
He has
always
a
in range.
10-foot reach.
Oh, great.
You're within melee range. He does have a 10-foot reach. But you can take the disengage action to not take a single attack, or you can gauge about how much damage he can do. Find out if you can risk that much HP to keep your health, and take another action if you want. It's up to you.
And don't forget your attacks have advantage of him because he used reckless attack last time.
Okay. I am.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did use reckless attack.
I'm a very much a spellcaster
Uh-huh.
right now, so
Yeah, is there a spell you want to cast?
would Dissonant Whispers like give disadvantage or something?
It would make him run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it hits, it makes him run away, which would be very good right now. It would throw him back towards the angry Minotaurs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to use your action to cast this?
Yeah.
Okay, is it a wisdom save?
I was right on it. It is a wisdom save.
Cool. I rolled a 17, so I think I...
Well, that will pass it no matter
Still
what.
does half damage, so roll the damage still.
Yeah, it still does half damage.
3d6 hold.
13 psychic. I can't have this because it is not that type of damage, so it's actually a full 13 points of damage
Oh,
for...
you succeeded, so it's half usage make.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm gonna recover...
3.
Cool. Hell yes. Okay. That was your action. You still have a bonus action in your movement. As giving bardic inspiration to someone is a bonus action. Just letting you know.
Who here has a gun?
Graves on the ground. And Reyna, technically.
Don't think we
Not
could get
anymore.
past customs.
Well, had a gun.
Yeah. Our guns are in
I would
Brazil,
say,
not Hawaii.
I'll give the wait. Who here has a? I would say either give Reyna the bonus action or for Sebastian the bonus action. Who is
The bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Uh,
Okay.
mind if I just roll for this?
Yeah, go. I do not mind at all.
I can't
Ooh.
choose between, so I just gamble.
Honestly, with your character not knowing us all that well, it would make sense that they were kind of torn between that anyway.
Evens, Reyna, odd, Sebastian. Reyna, you get a bar inspiration.
All right.
I just like throw a card towards Arena and just says, you may be fucked, but we're doing fine.
24. That is. The Minotaurs charge in and attacking the closest targets, and they are actually going to get one of the two ghosts. 0.14.
Are these ones actually ghosts? They're not demons.
Those are actually demons. Those are fiends. So those are archons. It's just that they have a very different shape from what you're used to, because they're not attached to a human. That's it for the Minotaur's turn. Raymond, you don't need to make a death save. You find yourself floating in unconsciousness, Raymond. You see a distant scene from what feels like the dawn of time. You see a beach and what appears to be a wedding presided by 12 tall inhuman figures, and you and from the point of view that in which you're seeing this scene, you are walking down the aisle. This is not your memory. This is someone else's memory, and in this moment of extreme vulnerability, when you're unconscious, you're able to access to access that memory. Senna, you find yourself knocked into unconsciousness. You kind of immediately wake up in your memory palace, like unable to feel your body in the real world. You look around and you smell the smell of fire. Your brain is indicating to you even hear that your body is in danger. Reina, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
One thing I was hoping wouldn't happen happened.
Which is?
So many things happened. Which one was it?
Someone went down. Okay.
Yeah, like, I just read what was on Marcus's character sheet. Cleffy wrote.
Yeah,
Clef-
he's very like strong.
Yeah, Cleffy wrote, he is brutal enough to knock someone prone with a reckless attack, then make the next two attacks with advantage as the prone targets. He gives no fucks when it comes to attacks of opportunity and would rush the person who did the most damage. Last turn, 50 feet of movement should help that. So I'm just kind of just following the suggestions that Cleffy made.
Increase 11 levels of fight. Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, Reina, it's your turn.
I
Okay.
didn't think we'd meet him this soon.
Well, here we are.
Okay. I will summon my goose sigil.
Hell
as my
yes.
bonus action.
Hell yes.
Describe it. I need to know. Angry honking intensifies.
If I don't know if any one of you do any one of you have subscription to Dropouts, because Brennan is an excellent game master, and they just had.
I do.
Oh, cool. Are you watching the 7?
Not yet though.
Okay, you definitely should. Their druid just called a flock of geese with the stats of raptors in the previous game, and it was marvelous and so destructive. Okay, so Lorelei, you what does that sigil do?
That sigil. Second. The most important part is whenever you cast a spell using a spell slot that restores HP
Okay.
to any creature inside or outside the aura, each creature of your choice in the aura also regains hit points equal to your druid level.
Hell yes.
Wow.
Okay. So
Mass resurrection.
So yeah, it is cool. Let's see. So I'm gonna bring the little too big,
That's
too
a
big,
big ghost.
too big, too big.
It's the rock. Shut.
Imagine how deep that honk would be.
Okay, here. Oh no.
Like a trombone going off or something. There's a tuba.
Listen. With the updated knowledge that that we all have now, that dinosaurs should have feathers. I see. We should update the dragons, the image of dragons, which means a large goose that breathes fires is the new dragons. I don't.
Cobra chickens.
Cool. So as you did that with your bonus action, I think like the whole party is inside of range of the goose, and then you do some you do cure wounds as your action. Who are you going to specifically heal?
You missed with the throw. It's Raymond, going by the coin toss.
Cool. Raymond, you recover 9 HP, and then everyone who's inside of the Goose Spirit's Rages recovers. Your level is 4, so an extra 4 HP. So Raymond, you recover 30.
I think we didn't get our temporary hit points. Those and recover every other. So it goes down to 0 every session, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yes, that is correct. All right. So Reina, that was your action, your bonus action. You can use your movement if you want, but you are within range of Marcus's chains, so you have to stay within that range if you don't want to get an attack of opportunity. You see that his eyes focus on you specifically after you just healed both Senna and Raymond.
There's nowhere for me to run, though.
You see that like the 30 feet that he ran to Raymond was not his maximum speed. He had an extra 20 feet of movement that turn that he just did not use. So there is so without the dash action, you literally cannot like hope to outrun him. Do you want to just stay in place?
Yeah.
All right, it's gonna be the ghost's turn. The ghost is going to attempt to possess one of the Minotaurs in order to enter a sturdy body. All right, charisma saving throw 17. The ghost is unable to possess the body. Oh, hold on. I gotta roll this. If it rolls a 1, it's gonna be fine. Oh no! God! Freaking no!
What?
It happens.
So the possession does go through, but this undead Minotaur now has 1 level of aberrant mind sorcerer at its disposal.
Welcome, brother.
Now sane.
So
We
let's
have a
see.
new party member, everyone.
Let's see. What am I gonna use to represent aberrant mind sorcerer? Oh yeah, the screaming icon. There, that should do it. All right, cool. That's all for the ghosts. Turn.
Sebastian senses that happening to some extent.
Yeah.
He's gonna glance over. Has kind of a "what the fuck just happened" expression. And I go, right, I need to deal with you. Yes. Kindly stand down. And I'm gonna use a bonus action to convert 3 sorcery points into a 2nd level spell slot. And then, let's hope this works. We're gonna cast Crown of Madness.
Crown of Madness. Okay, on the father. Cool. Spell save 13, and it's a wisdom. Being a barbarian, I only have a +1 on my wisdom saves. 13.
Damn it.
Hell yes. Oh boy.
Man.
I'm running so good today.
Yeah, breaking the branch, does that take an action or is just do?
Sorry,
The
could
attack would give disadvantage on that.
breaking the
I'm pretty sure it's only like physical, right?
What?
Reckless attack is only
Has nothing to do
physical
with that.
attacks.
Oh yeah, it doesn't impact saving throws.
It's only attack rolls made against them.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That's good. The moldy branch that Sebastian had hovering over his hand is breaking that take an action. Can he just like snap it?
Okay. You yes, you break you snap the plank of wood that has a green mold on it. As your bonus action, and a ghostly shape comes out of the branch, and it takes you a second, but you but you recognize the shape of the spirit. It is Baba Yaga, the Raven Queen. The branch with the green mold, you realize it's the same green mold that was inside of the
Baba Yaga's house.
inside of Baba Yaga's hut. So yeah, she appears as this ethereal shape over all of you, and you immediately see 2 ghostly chains wrap around her hand from from Sebastian's hands, and you see that, like, with a twist on her face, she bows to you and says, "I am at your service."
Right. Don't really like the look of this, but need help dealing with the rowdy town. Just point at Marcus.
Yep. Alright, so she has the stats of a ghost, and I'm going to roll an initiative for her now.
And I will say Sebastian is probably gonna take cover behind these walls.
Okay. Alright, excellent. Where did I put... yeah, I'm gonna use that. Alright, cool. Sebastian, you were within melee reach of.
I'm
He's
probably still within melee
technically-
reach.
Yeah.
I technically didn't leave it.
Oh yeah. You're not. You have not left his threatened area. All good. All great.
Hence why I didn't run further.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
that's all I
what's
can really manage to do though.
all right, cool. The Raven Queen is going to appear. She's slightly taller than most of you in this spot, and as a ghost, she gets 21. Excellent. So she is going to act right after Sebastian and before. Cool. Cool. That was your action, your bonus action, your movement. On her turn, she you haven't given her any commands, but she identifies Marcus as the main threat to the party. It's the only person she hasn't met before other than Jeremiah. She is going to use. Oh no, that only works on non-undead creatures, and he's undead, so I can't use horrifying visage. She is going to reach out and try to touch his heart with her ethereal hand. And a 13 is not going to hit because he has unarmored defense. All right, that is going to be her turn. On his turn, Marcus is going to. Let's see. Let me make a Senna and Graves. I would like for both of you to make a stealth check. To see if Marcus has identified that you're back to consciousness. My perception is a +1. Oh yeah, 2 natural 20s. Hell yes. So he does not identify that you are unconscious. He's going to see that like the goose has just been summoned on the battlefield, and the Raven Queen's ghost has been summoned to the battlefield. So he identifies the two summoners as being Reyna and Sebastian. He is going to prioritize attacking Reyna.
I wish I could, like, take one of those hits for you.
Yeah. So that is going to be okay. So I'm gonna make my 3 attacks, and then I'm gonna redistribute them accordingly. So 26. I'm assuming hits Reyna for 16 points of damage. You still have 10 HP. The second attack is going to hit you for another 16, which brings you to 0 HP. Would a 16 hit Sebastian?
Yes.
All right.
With cover.
Since he can see it coming, he would definitely pop a shield in front of it.
Okay. With partial cover, I'm gonna give you partial cover. I think that's like +5 to your +2 AC. Okay. Does
Three
the
quarters is +5.
sorry, what?
3/4 is +5. Half cover is +2.
Okay.
And
Cool.
with
So
the half cover, I would still need a shield.
you would still need the shield. Okay. You cast shield to block the attack in the last moment, and all right. Reina, does your goose spirit disappear when you fall unconscious?
Going by the fact it doesn't say anything about it, it stays.
Okay, cool. All right. And so that was bonus action. God damn it. I was going to use my bonus action but I didn't hit you, so I can't force you to the ground. I'm going to bonus action second wind.
Oh!
Yeah, because that's the type of game master that I am. Cool.
That
I
is not
recover.
right. It should be a 1d10 plus your, well, it's a 1d10
Plus his fighter level is +3. Um.
That's a d12.
Yeah, the D12 is because he's a barbarian. So that should have been, so that's a 5, his fighter level. So he recovers 8 HP, bringing him back to this amount. Cool, that's my turn. The Great Jeremiah, it's your turn.
Boss's healing never feels good, even in D&D.
I hope to do reckless attack. I gotta try it. It has to work. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery.
Alright, go ahead. I am going to fail a wisdom save eventually.
Maybe.
But not today! The barbarian is just tanking all of the wisdom spells like nobody's business.
I hate this.
Alright. It's an action cantrip. You still have a bonus action. Do you have another bardic inspiration you want to give to someone? Or you also have, if you have healing word, that's a bonus action.
I do not have healing word.
Okay.
Sad. I couldn't take I didn't take a single healing spell. Great.
That's okay. You gain new spells when you level up, so you'll so at some point you'll be able to take it if you want, I think.
I'll take the dodge action.
Oh yeah, you can you take the dodge action as a cunning action?
Yeah.
No.
Only
Cunning action.
It's
Disengage to hide.
yeah, you can disengage if you want. Disengage and move up to your speed.
Right. It is a.
Yeah, dash, disengage, or hide. You don't have the opportunity to hide because there's nothing that you can hide behind, but you can run up to here if you want. That is pretty far from the charging Minotaurs and everything else. Okay, cool. Minotaurs. Raymond. I'm going to make a wisdom saving throw for each of the Minotaurs, and to see if they come back inside of your into your control. The difficulty is gonna be 12 for them, and the one who now has a level in sorcerer is going to do it with advantage.
And is this like They succeed and they're on my side again.
They succeed. They're back into your. They're back in your control. They fail and they're frenzied and attacking the closest non-Minotaur target.
I mean, this could only go well.
Yeah. So 21. I'm gonna roll with advantage now for the one that is possessed. So 8 and 5, still frenzied. 6 still frenzied.
They're just like
1, 2, and 3. So let's see. You have control over 3 of them that I'm going to make to make it appear with this. They yeah.
Shouldn't we get another one too?
Oh, you're getting 2 more.
Oh,
But
very nice.
hold on, yeah. There were 6 of them that rolled, and 3 of them failed. 3 of them passed. Cool. So, what do you want to use the 3 that you have? They're good. The 3 that you have in your control are going to act before the other 3.
Okay. Do I need to make? Can I make like them do separate things, or do they often do the same action?
You can make them do separate things.
Okay, because I want this one, like to go and just like grab Reina, move her out of here.
Okay. This one. So, having 2 hands and being able to put away the great axe as a bonus action, this Minotaur could take you and Reina and move away.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. That would be a good idea.
Okay. My movement is 40 feet. So, the Minotaur. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I forgot this last turn. I'm doing it this turn. There's another Minotaur that just showed up out of the like building, because you have because you're back in control with the book, so you have an extra one that is on your team this turn right here.
Nice.
Cool. So this one can go 40 feet. So that would mean taking you here and taking you all the way to here. Cool. So this one's turn is done. It has dragged you and Reina across the floor towards here. You've got. Do you want the last 3 to just attack Marcus?
Yeah, the others are just gonna go for Marcus.
Cool.
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 Preferably surround him too.
Yeah. So they're gonna have flanking. So they're gonna have and he's reckless attacking. So they are going to get advantage on these attacks. 1, 2, and 3. 2 of these are gonna hit.
These Minotaurs are rolling well.
Well, today I'm rolling. Today I'm rolling well. So that is going to be 12. 12 plus 5 is going to be 17 HP. And yeah, so that is going to be 17. Cool. There we go. All right. Marcus is still standing. The last 3 Minotaurs are going to. Let's see. The nearest target to them that is available, that is not a Minotaur, is gonna be. the Raven Queen. Yeah. So these two are going to move to the Raven Queen. The one who is psychic. One of them is going to move to Sebastian and is going to attack you. And the one who is psychic is going to attack Marcus with a mind splinter.
Do you still have spear? Do you still have does he still have shield on?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Cool. Let's real quick make another wisdom save from 17. He is he's going to take just half of the damage of the free.
Intelligence for mind saver, but sure.
Oh, okay. It's intelligence.
Is it dissonant whispers he's using?
Yes, dissonant whispers
yeah,
is what I meant.
Yeah.
Cool. So he takes an extra 5 damage. Cool. All right. And the last 2 Minotaurs. 1 minute. So this Minotaur is going to attack Sebastian. It does an 11 hit.
Then 11 does not hit.
All right, excellent. And the Raven Queen is going to take 18 slashing damage. Minus 18. Cool. Raymond, it is your turn. Oh, sorry. There. Yeah. Raymond, it is your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to start, activate my form of dread once.
All right.
Get some temp HP.
All right.
Put that one.
You can use half of your movement to get up.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Where'd the I had a roll for it. I don't know where it went. Okay, so I'll just roll. So I got 7 temp HP.
7 temporary HP.
And
Got
I'm
it.
going to do a chill touch on
Marcus. 18 hits, so he takes 5 necrotic damage.
Did you say he was an undead?
Yes.
Okay, he will have disadvantage on attack rolls. I think against me, but it might be against everyone.
Please read.
It's against
read-
me.
Okay. So 47, and he cannot heal.
Yep.
All right, he cannot heal this turn.
And Form of Dread, he will have to make a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened.
Ooh, because he got hit by you while you were in Form of Dread.
Well, it's Form of Dread, yep.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
13 saves. That is exactly my.
All right, cool. All right. Listen, I think I made the right choice when I decided, nah, he's not gonna need any legendary resistances. He'll be fine. Cool. That's it.
If he had legendary resistance, I'd be scared out of my
I
mind.
mean,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make a difference. You're still making every save.
Senna, it is your turn.
How bad does he look right now?
Make a medicine check. It's a free action to make that check, but you gotta, or because he is an undead and you're very good at tracking undead,
Yes.
I'm gonna give you advantage on that medicine check.
Well,
Oh gosh, I can't open his character sheet for some reason. 1 second. There we go. So you rolled a 12. I'm gonna give you. He's a little bit higher than 50% HP.
God damn it.
Sorry, what?
He
Uh,
is higher than 50%.
Of his HP.
Oh,
We haven't even bloodied him.
Nope.
Oh, this is a dumb idea.
We gotta do more damage.
Right,
We've
I
just
stand up.
run.
I am going to. I'll quickly check if I need to add this to my sheet real quick. I do. Give me a second. Because I
Mhm.
never thought I'd actually use this.
if you're gonna attack, you're flanking.
Yes, you're gonna have advantage from the flanking, and also because your dad is using reckless attacks.
Okay. I'm going to square up to him and hope to God this doesn't kill me.
All right.
I'm going to use a bonus action as I pull out the +1 dagger that we got ages ago
All right.
and activate the radiant right on it. This
Okay.
could knock me straight back down to 0.
Oh, yeah, because you recovered 4 HP.
Yes!
Yes. Okay. Just one HP to activate the radiance damage. Cool. Make the attack roll. You have advantage from flanking and him using reckless attack. 22 hits. That is 6 piercing, half to 3, and then the radiant damage.
So I deal 2d4 radiant damage.
Okay. So that is and that's doubled because he, as an undead, has vulnerability to radiant damage. Cool. He's
Damage.
He's looking bad now. He snarls and says, Senna, finally you're putting up a good fight. And it's gonna be Reyna's turn. Reyna, make a death save. That is one successful death save. Sebastian, it's your turn.
Right. Raven King, was it? I don't suppose you could try and pull the Tehon out of them. That's something you can do. Because I'm gonna need to step away a little bit. And I'm gonna take the disengage action.
Okay.
Fuck off this way.
All right.
And yeah, Reyna's done there, right? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably his turn. Just telekinetically shove her a little bit close to the, well, to behind the wall. Just
To
kind of
behind
get
the
her out
wall.
of the main-
Okay, cool.
Get her out of the main line of combat.
Yep, you got it. Make a let's see. Make a medicine check.
All right.
It's difficulty 10. Okay.
I do.
Reyna, you take a single point of damage from being shoved around like this while you're unconscious and you're unable to protect yourself. So that is going to count as a failed death save, but you are farther away from the fight.
Jeremiah, make sure she's stable.
I'll try my best.
Cool.
Not good at medicine, so.
On her turn, the Raven Queen realizes she cannot possess her adversary because he's already possessed. So she is going to attempt another Withering Touch and fails to hit. She's going to say, I thought I was only supposed to. I thought I was only here to stop a ghost from getting away, not killing the ghost's host in the first place.
Didn't turn out that way.
Huh?
So did we. Did not turn out that way.
Yeah. Okay, that's her turn. On his turn, it's gonna be Marcus. Let's see, Marcus. What are we gonna do? Okay. As a bonus action, Marcus takes out a little vial from his jacket and is going to break it on the floor. Let's see. He's gonna break it over here. Out of the vial, so you see this like a transparent liquid that evaporates at the touch of the air, and there's also like tiny tadpoles that as soon as they're in touch with the air, they start to smoke and grow larger and larger until they have the shape and size of the parasites. This is the parasite that Senna, you found on your back a couple of days ago. So this is going to be this is going to be a group of 3 of them, and I'm gonna add them to the initiative, and that was my bonus action. After that, I'm going to let's see. Priority target is still Raymond Graves. So
Be good.
I mean, I'm gonna take a lot of opportunity attacks for this. All right, let's do a real quick initiative. Oh, 4, great. Cool. So they're gonna be acting last. All right. So I'm going to be taking 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 Minotaur attacks of opportunities. Senna, you get 1 attack of opportunity on your. Oh, actually, I have 3 attacks. He's gonna use his first attack on Senna, and then his last 2 on Graves. So.
Yes, if he does it, he just smacks you aside.
Yeah, first attack. He's not gonna put more than 1 at. That's a miss? Okay. Okay, in this case, then he will take an attack of opportunity from you and the Raven Queen and 3 Minotaurs. Alright.
That's not meant to be an advantage.
Okay. That's alright.
Unless... I guess as he passes, I'd be flanking with a Minotaur. That's up to you.
Yeah, and he's reckless attacking. So you yeah.
Did he reckless attack me and just roll both 15? Nice.
Yes, he did. But I think everyone gets advantage to attacks when he reckless attacks. So none of the Minotaurs hit. You did.
What about the Raven Queen?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for her. I'm taking into account the damage that Senna's doing. So so that is yes, you're correct. 14. He's still standing.
God damn it.
And the Raven Queen. Oh no, that was wrong. Which character token have I got? Yeah, he's not supposed to be at 13. He's supposed to be at 21. Cool. That was not an initiative roll I was supposed to do. That was an attack roll. Withering touch. Alright. I did not beat a 17, so Senna, you're the only one to hit him. Marcus charges up to you, Raymond, with a big smile on his face.
Oh, great. No, 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 no.
It's gonna go well.
He does have disadvantage, which would cancel out his advantage from reckless attacking. So it'll be just a straight roll.
Oh yeah, because you cast chill touch. That's correct. So he's gonna have
It's 14, so
Oh no!
22 and 10. So the first attack is good.
14 is a 14 hits, but then that one.
10 is not one, no.
I am barely alive. Okay, with my tip HP, so that's kind of so 11.
Oh, you do have 7 HP from the temporary HP plus what Reyna healed you. So you're at 1 HP.
Remaining.
2. Okay, cool. Hell yes.
Two.
It's clutch.
Okay, so about the nat 1, what would happen if you had rolled a nat 1 again?
Yep.
Does anything happen when you roll a nat 1 or?
Sometimes if the game master there isn't exactly like anything about critical fails in the book, in the core books of the D&D 5th edition. I'm just going to count this as a like this proficient fighter is like starting to feel the fatigue. He's lost a lot of blood. He doesn't seem to feel the pain, but he does feel his movement slowing down. Cool. Jeremiah, it's your turn.
They, can either of these things hit me? These things.
The parasites. If they move towards you, they can.
Okay, so they're not within range.
They're not. They don't seem to be within range of any physical attacks.
And if they're able to attack, I'm going to use the disengage action, but
You won't. Yeah. Okay. You don't know if they're going to attack. You have to if you're within, like, if they have a long reach. They don't look like they do. So
I'll use the disengage action.
You sure?
I mean, I'm trying to help Reyna right now, so.
Yeah. You need your action to be able to help her.
Yeah.
You can disengage
I
with
have-
bonus action.
Oh yeah. He's a rogue. That's right. That's correct. Yes. Go ahead and make your medicine check.
I have a nat 1 on this.
Well, a +1 is still good. The difficulty I believe is 12, 10 to stabilize her. So 12. You
God, I made it.
you stabilize Reyna. Excellent. All right. It is the turn of the Minotaurs. There is going to be a new one that is going to appear out of the factory. Cool. That's gonna be okay. Who do you want them to attack? Raymond.
Okay. I don't necessarily want them to do attacks. I want them to all try and grapple him.
Ooh. Do you want? Do you want? I can have a few of them try to grapple him until one of them succeeds, and
Yeah, I want each of them to try separately, so he has to roll more times.
okay. Uh, um, let me
Dodge
think.
roll them.
Okay.
Marcus.
They're not. Cool. All right. So that's going to be a strength check. The first one who tries is going to successfully grapple him. Grapple doesn't really stack, so after the first one does it, it's not necessarily like more useful. Should the others attack?
Yeah, the other should attack. Which
Cool. They're gonna attack with advantage. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is going to hurt. 1, 2, 3. So that is going to be 10. That is going to be 14. Cool. Oh, not cool, but all right. And the last 3 are going to attack the character closest to them, which is the Raven Queen.
Hmm.
1, 2, 4.
kills Batman.
Cool. 1,
Probably at least a
Two.
resistance to this, so there's that.
Oh yeah, this is non-magical slashing. So that is going to be 8 plus 6. That is going to be 20 HP. She's looking rough, but she's still standing. I think on her turn she's probably going to go ethereal.
Yeah, that is
Right.
what Sebastian would like you to do as well, so yeah.
Raymond, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'll start off my action. I'm going to be casting Bane. So that is a charisma saving throw for 4 targets because I'm casting level 2.
Okay.
So I'll choose Marcus.
And the last 3
Personal
Minotaurs.
Haunting.
Sorry, what?
Are all the parasites one?
No. There's 3 different parasites.
Oh,
Yeah,
perfect.
more
So
question,
they
do you
would.
I
cast
think we'll
it
do it on
as-
parasite.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are-
that's a charisma save all around.
Cool.
Was that first one for Marcus?
Yeah, that was for Marcus. Marcus failed.
Finally failed.
Yes.
First
Notice how
save.
mine was, he loses a D4 on everything. So
Oh no. Losing a d4 on everything is not great for me. Cool. Charisma save. 1, 2, and 3. The difficulty is 13.
13.
All 3 of the parasites fail.
Yes. Wow, this is the first time we used this spell and it worked on everyone.
Yeah, so they're all baned. Cool, that was your action?
I don't really have a bonus action. I'm not sure. Could a grappled character can make opportunity attacks, right?
Yes.
Yes, because attacks in 5th edition, being grappled does not stop you from doing attacks.
Yeah.
You can just flail everywhere. You just flail everywhere and just attack with your feet, maybe.
Okay. Do I have any? Just on the off chance that it helps, I'm going to reactivate my form of dread, just so I get the temp HP again.
Okay, you got it.
So
Uh,
8. I have a
8.
total of 10.
All right. Cool. That's your bonus action. Senna, you are a trinity, so you're stable. Reina, you are also stable, but you're still unconscious.
What did I get hit by?
Oh, you're right. No, you didn't get hit by your dad. I'm sorry. Your HP is so low that the token did not show any green in the green bar at the top. So I thought you were unconscious. My bad, Senna. It's your turn. You're conscious.
I'm running on fumes, but I'm still going. There's more blood on the outside than on the inside right now.
Isn't that the blood humped away?
More blood on my weapons, I'm doing something good.
All right. So you already do radiant damage.
Move to here.
Okay.
I'm gonna look him in the eye and stab him again.
All right. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna double the. That's gonna double the radiant damage.
That's 24 radiant damage
Okay.
and 6 piercing.
Senna. I want you to describe how you land the killing blow.
So while he's held, I'm imagining like a full Nelson hold from one of the Minotaurs, because it's about the only way to try and restrain this unit of a man.
Yeah.
And I walk up, well, I limp up, barely conscious, faint light flickering in and out of my eyes as I'm holding on to consciousness. I'm just gonna say to him, I put up a better fight than you ever did, and slide the knife straight through the bottom of his jaw.
Nice. All right. He goes limp. And yeah, his parasites are still active. And the Minotaurs over there are still freaking out. You see as his body falls unconscious and dead to the ground, a spirit that looks exactly like he did in real life, stays standing where he used to be, currently ethereal. So there's gonna be the body on the ground, and then there's gonna be the new token for the ghost.
Easy. Wait,
Yeah,
he's still in combat?
Yeah, he's still in combat. He's the whole reason you had the Raven Queen was so that you had a chance of capturing the spirit after you released it from the body.
Oh.
The Raven Queen is not looking great though.
No.
Right now.
Right. So for the rest of my turn, what's going on? Because I still have half my movement and my bonus action.
3 crazy Minotaurs down here, a couple of parasites very close to you, a couple of friendly Minotaurs nearby.
I will make a whip attack at one of the parasites then.
Alright.
That would not be with the advantage unless I have flanking somewhere. It's a bit of a clusterfuck around there.
Yeah,
so
no, you do have flanking. Go ahead and roll your damage.
It's something.
Alright.
I'm just flooded with catharsis.
You use your whip. You kill one of the parasites before it's able to do anything. Cool. So there's only 2 left. Sebastian, it's your turn.
ensure that Theon is captured. We'll deal with the rest to the Raven Queen. And yeah, probably just try and explode the mind of a parasite, I guess. Mind sliver at a parasite.
Okay, mind sliver. Okay, so intelligence save from this creature. 12. So that's a fail.
Yep,
That I take 4 psychic damage, and that kills another one of them. So there's only one of the parasites left.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna use a bonus action to try and shove that parasite further away from the rest of the people. Just
Okay.
try.
Uh,
Hey. Nope. Go
it's
away.
a strength. It's a strength save.
Yes.
Okay. I have -2. Oh no! I rolled a 2 total. So how many feet is that?
5 feet away.
Okay, 5 feet away. And besides, I have the -D4 from being baned. Oh, by the way, the bane is going to transfer to his ghost as well. Just letting you know.
Nice.
Hooray!
It was
Oh,
I
that's nice.
get it as far away as I can.
was worried.
Right.
I was worried. We just killed everything I baned. I was thinking, oh great, I finally got bane on all the creatures I can target, and it never used.
This parasite attempts to is going to attempt to devour intellect. It's going to climb on top of this minotaur of this undead minotaur here, and it's all of the rolls that it does are like a whisper to the GM, so that's why you can't see what's happening. Let's see. Intelligence save. Okay.
Oh, it's a -4.
It's a It would be a -4 if it was not. If it was an action. It's a saving throw.
Okay.
The Minotaur failed. And so it takes 2d10. All right. Okay, /R 3d6. 8. Its intelligence is 6. So you see the parasite latch on to the Minotaur's spine, and it goes from being a creature that is controlled by your friend Graves to being a creature that is controlled by the enemy within seconds.
But is it like no wait? Is it also baned because parasite?
No, it is not baned. Cool. On her turn, the Raven Queen goes ethereal with her action. And is going to move. Do you want her to move anywhere?
Better be by Senna where they're close to the soul. Or to
Probably
Raven
just
Graves.
keep close, but not super close, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, she's going to be able to take attacks of opportunity on the ghost if the ghost moves. So she is ethereal and getting basically moving in to stop the enemy from leaving. The Great Jeremiah, it's your turn.
Huh. It's being latched on to this parasite is latching on to
To the Minotaur.
Right?
Yep, that's correct.
I wonder, could I? I really want to try and cast this on it, whispers on
On the parasite?
Yeah, just like make it. Wait, if I cast this, if I make it afraid, frightened, then just
That's a good
if I make the
strategy.
if I make the parasite afraid, will he run away with the Minotaur?
You do not know. Roll. Is it a wisdom save or an intelligence save?
Hold on, it's should be wisdom.
Okay. I rolled a 4, so I get hit by whatever.
That will not save.
Okay. So what does it? Does it do any damage?
It does do damage.
All right. That kills. That kills the last of the last of the parasites. This Minotaur is back under y'all's control. It's the Minotaur's turn.
Restrain that ghost.
The ghost hasn't had an action to become ethereal yet, so technically they can all try to do non-lethal damage to the ghost. Raymond Grace, do you want them to do that? Do you want them to stop the other?
I'll have 2 of them try to do non-lethal on the ghost, and the other 3 go after the other Minotaurs.
Okay, so they're going to basically like cancel out over there. These 6 Minotaurs, they're gonna like be charging at each other, pushing each other back and forth. So we're gonna because they're exactly evenly matched, they're gonna be out of combat, if that's okay with you. And there's a new one that just arrived. There's a new one that just arrived because it's a new turn for the Minotaurs. So that's gonna be 3 attacks on the ghost.
They just like smack, smack, smack.
Yep.
Punching ghosts.
They do half damage because they are attacking an inferior creature. Cool. And that is going to be okay. Cool. That is Raymond Graves' turn.
Does the ghost look like it could take a hit, or does it?
It looks like Marcus at when you saw him like hours earlier, unscathed, but also like more transparent looking. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to deal non-lethal damage with my shotgun.
I don't think you can do that, but you're unlikely to kill it with your.
I mean, shooting people in the legs went before.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, good. Go ahead and make.
Organs and stuff quite take into account stuff like that when there were ghosts.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. Ooh, 20. Ooh, all right. Hell yes, that is. Is it? It's magical because it's your packed weapon, right?
Yep, it's a magic shotgun.
Cool. In this case, it does not have the damage. It takes all of the damage. That is half of the ghost's ethereal essence is like blown apart by this attack.
It just like blows. It just like blows the leg off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll have to make another wisdom save. Be frightened.
Oh no.
For Madrid, baby.
Yeah.
12.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want this guy to get to do anything.
Okay, so it's 12 and I lose 1d4 because there's Bane. So
It's
that's
a saving
10.
13.
Okay, cool. So so I am
Frightened.
I'm frightened. Cool. That means I can't move closer to you. I think this ghost realized that its best chance is going to be to take the dash action, and it's going to incur attacks of opportunity from Senna, Raymond, and 3 of the Minotaurs, but it's gonna try to make a dash for it, basically. Because
Wait, what about the Raven
I think
Queen?
you can.
There's another.
Not
Oh, yeah,
the attack,
she's gonna be there to try to stop him as well. Cool. Oh, this is not looking good for my.
if you can make an opportunity attack with ranged weapons, that is.
I'm gonna allow it.
Very well.
Cool. So, Graves, 26 pierce. Oh, are you doing non-lethal?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You, you basically like blow most of the essence of this ghost away until there's just like a little bit left that doesn't seem conscious, that is kind of just hovering there, and you finish the fight.
Oh, good.
Reyna, you regain 1 HP and you return to consciousness.
I'm gonna try and pick her up and say, "You okay?"
Is it over?
It looks like it's over.
Seems that way,
Is everyone alive?
relatively speaking.
Only on the
Surprisingly, yeah.
outside.
Good. And she just kind of slumps back down.
Sebastian,
Yes.
I don't know if you still have a spell slot left for this, but you came here to detect the thoughts of this ghost. It is now restrained by Baba Yaga and by your attacks, and it is unable to move at this point.
If he has, let's see, it will be roughly 20 seconds. He can have a spell slot for it. You
Okay.
Converting sorcery points around.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll take pretty much every single spell slot is left, but yes.
Okay.
I will say, Raymond kind of wants to make sure that if any of the party members want to do anything here without Idonis knowing, he's gonna try and just go deal with those 3 Minotaurs that are not controlled right now,
Okay.
just so he's away from this.
All right.
Detecting thoughts and
While
probably
also
just.
having like a public, while also having a good reason. Why not?
Okay.
And, well,
Yeah, I'm gonna go deal
delving
with
quite
those
deep.
3.
All
Back
right.
to
So, you are going to get access to a lot of information right now. First off, you delve into the mind of this creature and you find that part of its mind seems sealed off, and that normally someone would not be able to read this creature's mind past the seal, but for you, the seal breaks. The seal opens. You see an ancient artifact. There were 4 of them. Silver keys that all of the archons swore on, and they swore secrecy. They swore never to reveal the placements of those 4 keys, and they were magically bound to the key to never reveal its location. The keys, you understand, each of them has the power to hide completely from detection one of the colonies of the Tehons of this faction. But anyone who is possessed by one of the members of this faction, or but yeah. So anyone who is possessed by a member of this faction or one of their parasites is still able to find those colonies. You see that one of the colonies was in Sukunga and it was destroyed. In the fight, it was destroyed. It is still there. It remains in ruins, but it was abandoned, and they lost their key privileges when the god they were trying to bring back to life was killed fighting off Baba Yaga. You see that there's 3 other colonies, and you can see where they are. You're going to see a volcano that spews blue lava that sits on top of the base dedicated to fire. You see you see a lake with thunderstorms sparking over it most of the year. That's the place above which rests the temple dedicated to Earth. Their colony dedicated to Earth, and you see a lake, a dark lake with toxic fumes that fossilizes any animal that touches it extremely quickly. And that is the location of the third of the water colony. You're going to see that 2 more things. Their plan is to bring back those gods and use them to take control of the world before or after the final judgment. Before or after the other gods return to Earth. And the last thing that you see is that there is a small splinter faction who there's a council at the head of this faction who makes all of the decisions, but those who have been disgraced in Tsukunga are trying to find a reason to regain their key privilege and to become an official colony again. And until they do, they're treated as second-class citizens by the council. This faction is trying to they've tried to redeem themselves for a long time. It hasn't worked. Right now, they're just they just oppose the council's decisions, and you see the name of one of them floating in the mind that you're reading. Give me just 1 second. The name is Narlototep, and this is what. Yes, this is a direct reference to the Lovecraft mythos, because it became copyright free in the 80s, pretty recently, and so all of like every tabletop role-playing game that wants can technically have them as characters. The name of the three ancients that they're trying to bring back that are still that still have their bodies, they're still dead, but it's possible to resurrect them. It's Cthulhu has the domain of the water. Ra-Hurkun has the is beneath the lake of thunderstorms, and Hastu is the one that lies beneath the volcano of blue lava.
Huh. So Haster, I'm pretty sure it's Haster and Cthulhu, and I don't know. I can't remember the third one, but
If you could type them in chat, that would be nice for the notes.
Yeah, I'll write them to you as they are written in the books.
Because those names are not particularly easy to transcribe
Yeah.
out of my head.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like you
Not pronounced.
you're basically. Oh, by the way, the last thing is they came to Earth through through basically like massive glyphs that could only be seen from the top of the Earth, which they call the Stargate. So you realize that there's a good chance that both H.P. Lovecraft was a failed possession who ended up having like dreams and insights about this faction and writing them into his work. And it's the same thing with one of the writers for Stargate is G1. So like that's
There's beyond just that knowledge, there is one thing you would specifically be trying to look through this creature's mind for as well. I can say.
okay.
Yeah, which is just what it knows of why their possessions fail.
Cool. They're employing strong magics for the possessions, and it's not a faction that is used to be corporeal. They didn't have a pact with the gods to allow them to be corporeal into this world. So there's always a chance whenever they try to possess a creature that they will fail, but they can't double stack and have two archons of the same faction trying to possess the same person. You can have an archon who's assigned to you because you're a trinity and an archon of this faction trying to possess you, but you can't have two of those kinds.
Gotcha. Yep. All right. Yeah, I think the rest of the world people just see Sebastian just kind of hover close to it for a moment. Because she's raising an eyebrow, tilting his head to the side. A faint groan of either annoyance or just not silly. But yeah, eventually slowly step away. Well, that was informative.
oh, so you found some notes.
You could say that.
Senna heads into the factory, going straight for their father's office. She grabs a strong bottle of liquor from the drawer and drinks a few mouthfuls. She pulls the family portrait from the wall and comes back out of the factory, carrying the two. She lays the portrait flat on the ground and pulls her father's body onto it before pouring the bottle out onto his corpse and shooting it with a flare gun. Then finally Senna sits down and stares at the flame.
So they're basically exercising his body, or giving the funeral.
Disposing of the body.
Sure, the body's destroyed.
Good.
There's
Well, if I
too
would've-
many undead in this situation already.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Quick question, Graves. You're helping the Minotaurs kill the Minotaurs you control kill the other ones with your shotgun, correct?
was gonna see if it was possible to like regain control of them, but if that doesn't work, I'll help kill them.
Make an Arcana check.
Cool.
I don't know if we can bring them on the plane.
You cannot. You cannot regain control over them.
Okay.
You see that they fight, and I need you to make a perception check.
Ooh.
You do not see the ghost, the Tehon that got summoned earlier, that was possessing one of the Minotaurs. When the Minotaurs die, it manages to slip away without you spotting it, and its essence like goes into the ground, and you just never see it leave the body.
And that'll be fine.
Okay.
Later. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
that's a
deal with
later
that
notice.
down the road.
You see that like there were employees here. When the fight started, most of them retreated either deeper into the factory or got their cars and left. What do you want to do?
I still have. Wait, are there still people in like the factory?
Make an investigation check.
Investigation.
There's like there's 5 people that are in the like what's it called? The level beneath the ground floor. There's 5 people that are like hiding in the underground, but apart from that, the factory is currently empty. The humans are not fighters; they're like just necromancers.
I will say, don't forget that there is still a ton of money in the safe. So no one take it, but I'm sure you as well.
I thought
I
You want to take
1,000.
a thousand,
handful.
not everything.
I thought Bandit took because I said there was like 5,000 in there.
You
Yeah, I
took
took
1,000.
1,000. So there's like a.
But you got all of it.
No, I did not get all of it.
Oh, how much is written on your character sheet?
I have 1,000 from the. I got 2,000 from the hazard pay and such.
Yep.
I spent 1,000 from.
Yep.
My sister.
Yep.
And I took 1,000 back from the safe.
From the safe. Okay, so there's still $4,000 in the safe. Cool. All right. So, Graves is taking care of the Minotaurs. Senna is disposing of the body and burning it. Jeremiah is looking around for survivors. What is Rain doing?
Well, after I looking for survivors, I probably would have like went over to the group and tried. Oh, they seem fine. I'll just go over to a. Can I just like make a announcement on the PA using his voice?
Okay. Yeah, because you have the actor feat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, do I hear that?
Yes.
Senna is gonna freak the fuck out.
We'll say that work is over. Don't come here again. Maybe. Out of character. Maybe out of character, but somewhere along that line.
Okay.
And just leave. No,
Okay. All right. Reina, your friends are all busy doing something. Sebastian is like reading the mind of a ghost right now. Um,
As you do.
As you do.
what is Reina doing? Lorelei, are you here?
I'm
Are
here.
you mute? Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I'm sure she's thinking.
Yeah.
Got really hurt in a battle, so
Uh. She's um. She's probably just sitting there, just trying to take in what happened.
All right.
Then goes over to Cinna. Are you alright?
Tennant doesn't say anything, but just kind of holds out an arm to join us sat watching the body burn. You don't have to watch, but you know.
Yeah, she'd go and sit down.
She'll just put her arm around you and just stay quiet, making sure that body does not move.
is there a vending machine around here?
Mm, um. No, you spotted a cafeteria, but you did not see a vending machine.
That. Do they at least have like a drink counter or something?
A what?
Like, is there like drinks anywhere? They can't just leave. They can't.
No, they have water fountains.
Sad. No, sadly there is no sugary sweets in here. Sugary drinks in here, so
Yeah.
yeah, that messes up my plan. I was about to like get a. I was about to get some sodas from a vending machine, but there is no vending machine.
Yeah, you see the five last workers who is still hiding here, um, leave cramped in the same like little car, and you're left alone with the factory.
I'm just going to Is there like water bottles anywhere? At least
A lot of what?
water bottles.
Water bottles? Yeah, you find water bottles in water containers. This is the desert, so they were like making sure that they had enough to hydrate all of their like living workers.
I'll just
Oh, yeah.
take water bottles for everyone and just pass them around.
All right. Um, the Raven Queen uh, um, moves over to where Sebastian is, and um, s- you see that there's complex emotions on her face, and she says, "I'm not certain what happened here, but you used an item made to enslave me."
I realize
Oh.
that now.
You have when you did this, you broke my last anchor to this world. I will it will be undone because I will fade from existence very soon.
With no alternative.
So you see that like she thinks for a second and says, I could endure if someone was willing to pass a warlock pact with me, but the
Sebastian
Waves.
smile for a moment. Give me a moment. And
Found you a new employer.
yes, look over towards where Graves is for a moment. And just mind link with him while he's still busy dealing with the Minotaurs. So, hi Graves. Don't make any notion that you're hearing what I'm saying right now, but feel free to respond.
Just panic.
Yeah, what's going on?
So, I'm sure you're aware, but it's come to our attention that we might soon need to consider who we're working for. Hmm?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And them seeing through your eyes and hearing what you hear is, well, bit of a bother.
I know. I kind of noticed. Yeah, that.
But, well, try not to react too much. We may have a solution to that if you're interested.
Well, depends on the solution. I mean, is this?
You did see who we summoned, yes?
Yeah, yeah.
It happens so that they will fade from this world unless they're provided with a new variant of an anchor, which, as they just explained, would require taking over a warlock pact.
Yeah. Well, I guess once I get done with these fellows over here.
Maybe ensure the Minotaurs are nowhere nearby for when Madonius resumes control over them.
You know, I actually will say we should probably wait on that until we've kind of not near all these Minotaurs, because
Indeed, so we should make the move
I'm
away as
pretty sure.
quickly as possible.
yeah, I'll probably lose control like immediately.
Uh-huh. So, just so you're aware, that's the plan then. If you agree.
All right, I think I'm just about done with these guys.
Excellent. And then turn back to the Raven Queen. Well, seems we can provide that solution for you.
all right.
Once we're a bit further away from anything remotely controlled by the Lord of the Dead.
She is. She's going to nod. She takes the Archon that you defeated with her, and she's going to start moving towards the desert. When she gets to where Raymond, you're done taking care of the Minotaurs. You still have something like 25-ish of them under your control at the moment. The Raven Queen, as she and the spirit pass in front of you, is going to reach out her hand towards yours as if to shake it.
Ooh. Raymond's gonna shake it and just say, I really hope this one goes well.
You should make them jump off a cliff if possible.
I will.
Okay.
Can I give like a final command? Just say like, just for them to all fight each other for a bit?
Yeah, you can do that. You feel the Necronomicon in your hand snarls as you make this command, and you feel as the Minotaurs tear each other apart that the Necronomicon doesn't seem to appreciate
about
it.
that.
Yeah, its creatures being destroyed. Okay.
I'm just gonna skip the book.
All right. When you took the Raven Queen's hand, you heard her voice in your head. She says, "I can't provide a full pact because I'm only the ghost of the Raven Queen, but I know of a recent rite that would allow you to connect, that would connect you to the Raven Queen who is alive now."
All right, what would be the and what exactly does this entail? Like, I gotta find some shrine or something, or
You have to do a ritual on a bird in order to call for her, and if you do this and you swear your allegiance, you will be granted a dark blade that you can summon at will. And I will be able to reside in this connection you have with the Raven Queen.
Can we hear this conversation?
No, this is in private, happening inside of Graves's mind.
That's fine. I was just making sure.
okay.
You would in game terms you would become a Hexblade Warlock.
Oh,
Now,
You won't be
I-
spooky anymore.
Still spooky.
no
just
more
different kind of spooky.
yeah, different kind.
Yeah.
The Hexblade literally also summons ghosts, so yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
yeah,
know
they
that.
do. Right. Spiritual.
They're surprisingly similar.
Yep.
I love that
surprisingly
Senna and Revs are like the exact opposite and the same at the same time.
Mm.
Yeah. I just have I think 3 more questions.
Yes.
So, starting off, this pact, would it also have the same kind of see everything I see, like claws in it?
No, but there will be some clauses. I can already tell you what they are based on what I know of the personality of the Raven Queen who endured. You have to understand that I have been mellowed out by death and my inability to do anything out in the world, but she's been active this entire time. She has plans.
You know, that was the main question I had. Second question, does this living Raven Queen this Raven Queen doesn't want to like destroy the world or anything, right? At least not on like a soon time scale. I can work if there's like a long-term plan, but
You the Baba Yaga takes a long time to answer this question and is going to say,
They would want to rule the world, I'm assuming, but not
Not,
destroy it.
not a conversation we
Hopefully.
hear. So
That's
Alright,
fine.
that's what I'm thinking out of character.
You
This company.
Baba Yaga looks deep into your eyes and says, the Raven Queen has birthed multiple species, some of which are fully extinct and some of which are on the verge of extinction. We blamed humans for those deaths, for those extinctions, for those genocides. The Raven Queen is currently trying to make a new, better world for the harpies, the griffins, the angels, all of the winged creatures. Your pact will be to protect them when you encounter them, and to fight the those who aim to destroy the Raven Queen and her servants. I don't know the details of her plan, but I know she's trying to make a world where her children will be safe. And that probably means destroying parts of the world that exist now. And you will have and she will call on your help to do so.
Okay, well that was Ooh. Yeah, you know, it'll probably be fine. I don't think. Yeah, I hope that doesn't come up too much, at least.
We'll find you another pack. It's fine.
I'm just gonna end up running the whole ring.
So like literally at the start of the campaign, I was thinking Ea can probably Ea would find a way to capitalize on having a warlock, because she could get, she knows the rights to get warlocks aligned with different people, so she could get the warlock to use up all their favors to see the patron's creatures and then move on to a different patron, having graves accumulating basically debt to different powerful entities for Aya's benefit. But you got fired before she got around to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay,
it's,
so
it's
good.
It's that great trick, you know, sell your soul to 4 different people, and then when you die, they're all fighting to claim it, so you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, third question, last one.
Mhm.
Just what are the details of the ritual? Just the process or anything?
Yes. You so she's going to give you the details. There's a bit of an incantation. You have to feed a bird some of your blood while reciting a specific thing, and the Raven Queen will be able to speak through that bird for a short amount of time, and grant you a corrupted soul blade. Baba Yaga is just looks around and says, "I'm going to go find and possess a bird. I'll be back," and she takes off.
All right. Wait a second. So, at this point, have I broken the pact with Idonis?
Not yet, no.
Yeah,
So
that
you're
probably should have been
turning
my fourth
from the-
question.
That's right. You did say you didn't say your questions out loud. That was like all the conversation. But yeah, you um your eyes go out of focus for a second, and then you refocus on the Necronomicon that is on the ground. Some of its pages are already flying in the wind, and you hear the voice of Idoneus in your mind saying, "Grab those pages. This is important knowledge that I do not wish to lose."
Oh, so we're grabbing pages now.
That's
Yeah, you didn't.
that's just in Graves' mind.
Are there like a lot? Like, could I grab them pretty quickly?
You could, yes. You think you could. You like threw it on the ground and stepped on it, right?
Well, I slapped it.
Oh, you snapped it. Okay, cool.
You
Yeah,
snap
it was
Buck
not-
in the face.
Okay.
While
Yeah,
holding it.
it's got
So much of
yeah,
this is
face
happening
kind of.
without context.
Yeah, everyone else just saw some like Raymond holding a book and just
Okay.
backhand it.
Idoneus in your mind is going to say, "Are you? You, did you slap my book? What? You're having a lot of. I know what you know, remember, and you know that you've made decisions that would make me angry right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you renegading our pact?"
I am, but first I'm gonna do one more thing that's gonna piss you off, and I'm gonna take the gun and shoot the book.
Okay. You shoot the book. As like the last bullet leaves the gun, you see that the gun like breaks apart. The metal rusts in seconds, and the wood decomposes. And then you look at your hands, and there's more wrinkles on them that you remember, and you start to feel something draining out.
Trinity.
Yes, I know.
Right?
Yes. You start to feel something draining out of you, and the voice of Idoneus says, "I granted you powers. And you repaid me by letting me see into your mind. I granted you life. I want you to make a death save for me, please, Graves."
Oof, that's gonna be a bad one.
Wait, death save, but he's a Trinity, right?
Yes, these are special circumstances. All right, you have one failed death save. All of you see Graves falling to his knees. He is thinning. You can see like as if basically his blood is being drained out of his body, but you don't see where it's going. And he's like starting to like mummify in real time. And in your
Oh dear.
in your mind, Graves, you hear, "Every time that you called upon your dread form, you were borrowing health and vitality through the web of life, through our connection. You might have paid your debts for the other magical powers, but you have not paid this debt of life that you owe me. Make a second death save."
But we see this happening,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Okay, the second one you succeed. Now all of the other characters can take a turn to do some actions when this is happening.
Do we want to have an order to this, or
Yes. Let's have everyone roll for initiative.
Ha!
All right. I'm
is
gonna
me
re-
thinking I rolled super low?
All right, descending. Cool. The Raven Queen returns, possessing a bird that is going to land in front of you, Raymond. But right now your throat is too dry to speak any words. Sebastian.
I have water.
Excellent.
Water.
Yeah, you do. You did spend time looking specifically for. Yeah, that's excellent.
He just kind of reaches out a hand towards Jonah for a moment, and he's kind of you see the water just drag out of your bottle and move over towards Graves. So he'll use shape water, essentially just bring water to Graves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you use shape water?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so like you thanks to your telekinesis, you get water to Graves. You're giving him the help action on his next death save. Senna.
Right. So I saw Baba Yaga vanish, and now we've got a raven, right?
Yes, there's a raven that has returned that is landed in front of Graves.
Oh, long shot. I'm gonna run over to Graves and grab his hand and motion for the bird to come over. Does the bird have an initiative, or are they just acting as commanded? Or
It is going to come closer. Graves did get hit during the fight, so he has wounds, and he is and he has like blood on his clothes. The bird is going to peck at some of the drops of blood that have fallen to the floor.
I'm gonna help that by pressing the wounds and bloodletting.
Okay. Cool. Raymond, it's your turn. I need you to make another death save.
With advantage.
Yeah.
With advantage. Nat 20. So you stabilize. So like you you hear the voice of Idoneus saying the reason my company works is because no one who betrays me lives to share information. This and then you start to resist, and you hear his voice for the last time saying, you've paid your debt in full now, but that doesn't mean that I won't send more debt collectors after you. And you cease to be an undead warlock.
Hey,
I'm gonna report him to. I can report him to stuff now.
Yep.
I know that he's done some illegal stuff, because I'm pretty sure union busting is illegal in most countries. Me by killing somebody, definitely illegal. At least the killing part.
Yeah. For sure.
Graves should roll say the incantation.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Are you sorry, were you was somebody asking me a question about a condition? I didn't hear.
No.
Okay.
I was
Raise the start,
asking. Mhm.
assign the incantation that he knows.
Okay. You all right. You close your eyes. You call. Um, you recite this incantation, and you are going to feel something appear in your soul. It's a blade. It's got the stats of a sword, and it has. It is going to have three symbols on it that are alchemical symbols. I'm gonna show them to you in a second. Um, um, and it has it needs to have a raven on the either on the blade or on the hilt. It needs to have a bird somewhere. It can be an image. It can be basically like a decoration. But there needs to be like something that is a bird somewhere. And yes, you're a Hexblade warlock now.
Ooh.
Last game at towards the end when I think it was Cleffy who suggested it, when Cleffy said, "Oh, if you need another patron, we can always go back to Baba Yaga." And I was just thinking really hard that, haha, it's really funny because it's inside of Sebastian's pocket. It's closer than you think.
Yep.
That was very good timing. Good.
Yeah.
Very good timing.
So yeah, you're
Keep the fucking thing away from me.
you're
Maybe you can make it into a gun.
no. Specifically, Raymond, you get the sense that you were granted a sword because the Raven Queen is like has a mind to killing some specific trinities. Like this is a like you have a bit of context. She only gives out soul blades that are swords.
Well, I can learn how to use it.
Cool. All right. The Baba Yaga sort of starts to disappear as this ritual fades. She says, "I will keep existing in the sword."
Well,
You may not. You may talk to me, and I will hear you, but I will not be able to speak. Please be patient with the Raven Queen, for if you do what you did with your previous master today, I will cease to exist. And she.
hold on. Can she endure for like a little bit more? By the way, I'm Jonah Jeremiah.
She says hello as her like shape is starting to disappear.
I would have liked to shake her hand just as a greeting.
Okay. You extend her hand. She's going to take it. So you have a second to where you feel it be physical in your hand as she is dissolving away in it, and you're left holding nothing.
Well, she seemed nice, but
Right. Make yourself scarce from this place. now.
Yeah, we should go.
Yeah, we really need to go.
Are there any pages of the book that are still intact?
It was shot at point blank, but books are really good at taking bullets. Because like layers of a material like paper are actually super resistant. So yes, oh yeah, it is magic bullets. So we're gonna say like half of the book is still has pages that are like readable.
I'm gonna rip those out and throw the book in the fire, unless somebody else wants to stop me and propose
Oh,
something.
Okay.
could I just turn it on fire? Put it in fire?
Yeah. You just you
I
burn the.
prestidigitate it.
Hell yes, you burn the Necronomicon fully. Cool. As your characters head out, there you see that
There's probably a
the
car somewhere, right?
yeah, like you see that the limousine driver that was driving you around with Idonis's personal chauffeur just drives off and leaves you stranded in the middle of the desert.
That was expected.
Isn't there like a truck anywhere that we can use, or like a
Make
like a
make an investigation check.
Can we steal my dad's car?
investigation?
I mean, I've got his phone already, so halfway there.
20. All right. I'm gonna say that there's one car in the basement that nobody took to get away, and yeah, it's gonna be a huge black Jeep with some stickers of the Punisher on the back of the thing.
Oh, that's
Senna.
awful.
I can just like make it like use prestidigitation, right?
Yeah, you can take off the stickers if you want, thanks to Mage Hand or Prestidigitation. But yeah, Senna, you recognize this is your father's car.
Of course it fucking is.
You think the keys got burnt while you were like disposing of the body to the best of your ability, but if somebody has a thief's toolkit,
Oh,
I will.
I have one.
Yep. Okay. Then make a roll to basically hijack the car.
I will give the help action. because
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
with you.
21. Hell yes.
I'm gonna
It's
try again, just if I get a 20.
Go ahead. All right. No. Yeah, you get yourselves a car, and you start to drive through the Egyptian desert. Where are you going now? Like you lost your employer.
Again.
If one like Sebastian, you still had like the tablet that had the information on the different bases that the living have. When you try to turn it on, it signals to you that all of its data has been wiped and that it is that it is basically like a fresh from the store wiped tablet now. You can all do intelligence rolls to see if you memorized any of the extra locations that were on the tablet, any of the interesting ones.
I know, I could also have done an intelligence check or something to, well, make a copy in beforehand, just copy over an image of it or whatever.
I feel like I'd have at
Maybe.
least remembered where my family worked.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's also the Siren's Cave, and there was. Oh,
yeah. So you
Places we've been for definite.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
the point-
before that, I would actually take all of the money if
Yeah, okay.
we lost the job.
yeah. Cool. So you can
Cigars.
you can write an extra $4,000 and two
I'm just gonna
cigars.
put in treasure.
2. Nice. Worth more
Um,
than people's houses.
Okay, so Reina, you okay, Reina, you remember some of the spots that were on the map. A few of them were in the US, and you recognized them. You recognized the names from. Would you be okay with saying that like Reina has watched like Unsolved on YouTube?
Sure.
BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Or yeah, or stuff like this. The context for this is that I used to watch it a bit too much. I ran a campaign in the Trinity setting called Vigor Mortis instead of Rigor Mortis, which was about two real estate agents that got hired by the living to try to find spots that had ghosts that they could turn into attractions and also harvest the ghosts from. Reina, thanks to your 17 in intelligence, you recognized some of the places that they that like were of interest to the living, where Goatman's Bridge, oh my gosh, I don't remember the name, but like there's a hospital, I think in Florida, and there's Queen Mary's, which is like a giant boat that is very, very haunted according to the rumors.
Please,
Great.
We're gonna go to Goldman's Bridge.
Um,
The best episode.
So like yeah, this is just me using a little bit of the old canon. This is not even on the channel anymore because that game was in French and it was with two players that were so yeah. Besides, they failed the campaign and they both died at the end. One of them kind of just gave up on fighting the living and just joined them, and the other one died. So, yeah. Cool. So, Reina, that's what you identified with your intelligence check. Graves, you remember let's see. Craves, you are going to you're going to see that there were a couple of museums in Scandinavia that were in Finland and things like this that were on the list of operations as research facilities, but they were placed on top of some old museums. And Senna, you're going to see. I'm going to tell you which family member was taking care of which facility. So, give me 1 second. Where did we go after? Let's see. Your mother, Andrea, is in charge of the newly formed facility at that is in the ruins of Babylon. James James was placed in charge of the the Garden of Ink and Gold, whose entrance is in the Gobi Desert, I think in or around China. So hold on, give me just 1 second to write those down so that I do not forget. And gold. Here we go. Andrea, we said, was at the. What did I say? Where did I say Andrea was? Fuck.
Babylon.
Babylon, that's right. Hanging Gardens. Jennifer is overseeing the Roost in Greece.
That's going to be fun.
And Carl, let's see, where else did we go?
Russia.
Yeah, but they're already extracted.
Was the Griffin Garden, or was that the Ink and Gold one?
That was the Garden of Gold and Ink. I think. Let's see. Let's see. Where are there any spots that had supernatural stuff that you guys didn't notice? No. I think. Let's see real quick. Yeah. Right. Carl did not seem to be in charge of a specific facility. If that's all right with you, Senna.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So, who is driving? Usually, there's like land vehicles proficiency toolkit, but I'm okay with using. I'm okay with using sleight of hand as a to represent, like, if you can move your hands quickly to like drive a car. So who is driving, and where are you driving the group?
I'm not driving. Jeremiah can't drive.
Sebastian could be driving.
I'll drive.
Alright, go ahead.
At the...
I'm
Where
fine
are
with
we
Rose driving.
going?
We have multiple
I mean,
options.
we have a GPS.
For now, just wait until we're not in immediate, pursuit range.
Yeah, I think
Nearby good town.
I think my plan is I'll head to the farthest town we can get to.
Okay.
That we can get to before it gets too late.
Okay.
I don't want
I'll
to go like
be
the first
looking out.
place to look. So
All
I will
right.
be looking out for shops that have
Oh.
any sort of bumper stickers or anything like that being sold.
hey, what stat would I roll with the driving?
If you're, as long as you're not in a car chase, I'm not gonna make you roll to drive. But it will be sleight of hand if you need to like do some complex maneuvering.
What if I've got the land vehicle proficiency?
Then you could roll that, which would be a dexterity plus your proficiency.
All right.
Cool. All right. So you drive. You get onto one of the highways. You halfway through the day, you take a break at a gas station, and Senna is able to buy new bumper stickers to put over your black pickup truck, and
Pride flags all over it.
hell yes.
Is there like
You
a news station at the
yes.
gas
There
station?
there's a TV on. Right now, the TV is on, and it is playing the news, but it is in Arabic. Do you is
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so you do not understand the news that are being displayed on the monitor right now.
I can still see the pictures, right?
Yes.
I would just assume from there.
Okay. You see an image of you and Reina running through the Vatican, being displayed on that screen.
Oh. They're talking about the Vatican incident. Okay. Not good.
Nobody seems to be paying any attention to the TV.
Plus, my dad's enough of a dick that we probably have really heavily tinted windows. We should be good.
It's always Sebastian that goes out to get the gas or to get the stickers and stuff like this. All right.
Ooh, while we're driving and things, I will say that I'll have looked through the pages. Even if I can't read them, I'm going to try and put them into my memory.
Okay. Ooh, nice. Make an Arcana check. Okay. You piece together that this is research on necromancy, but it's research on necromancy specifically that your father thought he could use for his secret faction. So you see, there's there's like theoretical necromancy to bring back very powerful beings that is discussed in those pages. There is a ritual to align yourself with the consciousness of one of the three gods that the Tehon are trying to bring back to life. This would technically make you a warlock, Pact of the Old Ones. Just letting you know that that thing was
Keep my options open.
yeah, there's like you find another warlock ritual for Graves to take down the line if things don't work out with the Raven Queen. And you're going to see thoughts on using necromancy on other domains of the research that the Tehons are conducting, and the conclusion that he reaches is that necromancy and the circle of life and death is a type of magic that is particularly hard for the Tehons to master because they're non-corporeal and because they don't experience life and death the same way that living creatures do, and so they and so they've kind of given up on assimilating some of their like a lot of the knowledge that they got from Marcus, simply because it would be too hard to implement this knowledge of necromancy into their faction. But you but you see that the research your father was doing, you like it mixed in. It mentions Kronos by name and says that with the research that he had gathered in this book, there's a good chance that they could bring Kronos back to life if they had all of the pieces of the body.
Of course. And the last thing I'm going to do while we're driving is I'm going to try and access my emails and find the document that sent us to see if I still have access to it.
Yes, and you do.
I'm going to find the passage that they were talking about. Which section would that have been in?
That was in the section of the Guardian Swords.
Ah. Cool, and I'm going to commit that to memory for Barry. So she'll be happy.
Okay.
I guess that's not quite happy, actually. But the thought was that.
Got it. Make a pure intelligence check to try to memorize the passage, and yeah. What was I? Yes, that's what I was looking at. Okay. Reina.
Yes.
You get a long text from Ron. It says, I took a few days off because things are not going great with the new team. I went back to the island that we had just explored, and all of the creatures that were there were gone, and there were undead instead. I told Ea about it, and she said it was okay, that they were that we didn't that it was okay because she saved them. But I saw them being alive. I don't understand what she means by saved. And I think she might be giving the location of our adventures to the undead faction. What should I do? Good luck to you guys. That's the end of the text.
I would just like give a prayer emoji. Wish me luck, I guess. if you ever reply.
I show everyone else the text, and
Makes sense.
we need to stop Aya.
I'm gonna write that number down again.
Obviously.
Ron's number again. Yay.
We need to deal with Aya at some point, yes.
Why does this feel like we have to stop everybody we've came in contact with so far?
Because that's pretty much the case.
We seem to only find the bad employers.
If there are any
Yeah.
good ones.
That's the problem with capitalism. There's only bad employers.
It's not even just
Yeah.
employers. This is 90% of the people I've ever met in my entire life.
Indeed.
My entire family, barring 2 people. And even then, there's a chance. I hope not, but there's a chance.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I've actually got no idea where to go.
We
At this
should
point, I
start
don't
we
with
have
even know
options.
some
We could
finance.
see what
that we
this
can do.
whole faith thing is about, because, well, as much as I want to rid of them, we're not dealing with the living all on our own.
What?
That's actually a good idea.
And,
I think that's
well,
investing in our own.
yes, I don't know exactly how to go about it, but I learned a lot from that little Theon fella. Some things that we may come to have great use of if we can play our cards right.
I mean, they aren't seeming to be very helpful right now, but the Fae could be helpful. Maybe.
I have
At
no
the very
clue
least,
if
it
they'll be
might.
helpful or not.
I will say that one thing I feel it necessary to bring to the party's attention
Go ahead.
is the Archon in my mind.
Yes.
Her name's Barry. She's amazing.
Right. You named it. Okay.
She drew my attention to a certain passage in the document from Air.
Right.
It is the Guardian Swords part of the document.
Wait.
The Guardian Sword.
Chapter 6, yes.
Hmm.
Did
Sebastian's
I don't
pulled
have
out his
this
phone.
document.
I'll forward it to him.
Oh, thank you.
Very welcome. It'll be good reading. It'll at least catch you up with everybody else.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, the first time I saw this, I wasn't quite in the best of places. So, Barry only got snippets of it, but it was extremely upsetting information for her.
So I don't think most of the people who watch this show online have had an opportunity to have a look at the document. Do you want to read the chapter 6 out loud so that we're on the same page, Senna?
I have
I
rather bad dyslexia. Reading
Oh.
out loud's not one of my strong suits.
Understood. Does anybody else want to give it a try?
If I could get a link to it again, because I'm looking
Oh,
for
yeah.
I can't
It
find
is
it.
pinned in the
I-
general chat.
All right.
It is
Yeah.
the last
Sure.
pin.
I can give it a go then. Chapter 6, you said.
Guardian Swords.
Chapter 6, The Guardian Swords. Power Class Divine, Plane of Origin, Nox/Lux. After my resurrection, Virgo went to forbid access to the Earth to her pantheon. She realized that her desire to mingle and fix the fate of the 72 makes the game less fair for a lot of humans. The other 12 would want to intervene as well and would make things worse. In order to stop any more interference, she searched the cosmos. Wandering into Lux, she found the bodies of 8 Lords of Light and Darkness, who have bathed in the light of this place since their death. Those were the bodies of the 6 Lords of Lux and 2 Lords of Nox, who fell to the side during the creation of the labyrinth. Virgo didn't realize that the two bodies were attuned to darkness and just took all 8 with her. She forged them then into 8 guardians who would work together to stop anyone from the Zodiac Pantheon from coming down to Earth, even her. Virgo used Excalibur and herself as a template for these new divine creatures, the Guardian Swords. Then she set them all up on outposts from which to observe Earth from every angle. The 8 planets of the solar systems are these outposts. Her programming of the Guardian Swords was less than perfect. Some of the body's original personality traits had been passed on to the Guardians, which is how I came to recognize them. Their duty to protect the Earth would end on Judgment Day, but they weren't instructed what to do afterwards. The Guardians all have the orders not to hurt the 72 Trinities, and to protect them from the gods.
What does this mean?
Anything in particular you can think of, Senna?
Barry said that it made her feel abandoned.
Right. Did she elaborate?
There was a lot going on and there wasn't that much time. It was only on the flight that I managed to communicate with them both.
Right.
I'm not even sure what we're meant to do with this information. I just felt it was important.
The context for it was basically that they were talking about like how the gods were late for the final judgment, and how they'd been. Barry said that it makes some sense because they haven't been allowed to return to Earth in a really long time, and mentioned this passage to you.
So maybe the 12 are fighting the 8?
There is also a lot of discord between the Zodiacs.
Right.
Right.
And that could be why Judgment Day hasn't happened. In fact, no, that is pretty much exactly why Judgment Day hasn't happened. Because it involves them actually talking to each other. And they're incredibly dysfunctional.
So very human of them, then.
In a way, though I think they would take offense to that, though it's still funny.
Yes, sure. They feel free to. Still, I, for one, have found, well, the reason I thought it a possibility, Grace, you exchanging your patron the way you did is, I personally do not really mind the Raven Queen as much.
Yeah,
In
they're
fact, I
definitely
found
not as directly equal.
I mean, she's nicer now than she used to be, as we saw.
Indeed.
Oh, for sure.
And I will say I found the, well, evident destruction of the roost one of the more hateful things I have seen since all of this began.
Right. Alright, yeah. I heard about you guys talking about a roost.
Do you remember the undead harpies that carried us away from the Vatican?
Yeah.
No.
Well, for everyone
yeah.
but Senna, they were from the roost. The one that carried me, I met and talked to in life.
Hmm.
And
Wait,
when I spoke to their dead one variant, there was no trace of who they were. You remember the woman we met on the island that forbade us from entering?
she was really nice.
Yes, and now she's dead and bound to the living.
Oh.
Oh well, what little shell remains of her at least.
And now the roost is being run by Jennifer,
Yes.
sister.
Hmm.
You know,
And while she won't pose as much of a threat as my dad, thankfully, she's very scary when she.
I can guess as much. And
Hmm.
we won't have the same manner of advantage now that we are obvious enemies.
She might have changed quite a bit since I last saw her.
Hmm.
and to give my input, because of my new pact, I think it's kind of a bit of my responsibility to go help them at some point.
The
Speaking
animals?
of, do you have anything else that you need to do right now?
We need to rest.
Yeah, let's rest up. We'll decide a course of action in the morning.
And then specifically for your pack, where does it leave you right now?
Uh, well, right now, I'm pretty sure I'm officially working for the Raven Queen now. The tie was severed in a very uncomfortable way from Adonis.
Hmm.
Probably noticed me, dying back then.
Yeah.
Sorry if I hurt you, by the way. I just thought that was the best course of action.
I know it's fine. That was just a bad situation all around, but I should not have anyone spying on my vision anymore. So
Good.
Hey.
got that.
Quick question. How are we all sat in the car, by the way? Sebastian's driving. Who's in the front seat with
Well,
Sebastian?
I think
I'm driving.
Graves was
so
driving.
Oh, my bad. Yep. Groves is driving. Who's in the front seat with Groves?
Probably Sebastian, since he needs to get out a lot and he's the face currently.
Yep.
Very far. So I'm gonna be sat in the middle between Rena and Jonah, one either side.
You're Senna, you're able to catch that like you're able to see that Jonah's cape or hat lights on fire, and he's never like twirling his fingers and doing a little bit of prestidigitation when it happens. It just sort of happens. Yeah, there is a little bit of a smell of iron in the car as a few of you bled from your wounds. You drive along the highway, not necessarily meaning to go anywhere, until the sun sets, and you all rest at hotel. So as the sun sets down, all of you regenerated your spell slots and your HP during that 1 hour, and you're able to rest through the night. For those of you who don't have, who don't regenerate specifically at those times.
Do I
Um,
Does
regenerate
everyone?
specifically?
Jonah, you need a long rest to regenerate your
Okay, okay.
as the bard and rogue classes described.
Okay.
Cool. The next morning, you you find yourselves in a nice little room in the hotel for everyone to eat. There are bright orange honey zalabias that are like being served that are delicious. And yeah, you're talking about what your next move is going to be.
Do we have like any offers anywhere that we can do?
We have a person that we can talk to, but
Who gave us that?
yes, and their connection to someone who might be working with the living, I would approach that subject very carefully. We also again have Reyna's evident connection to something fey-like that we could venture to the carnival for. And well, it's a bit of a long shot, but do you remember the person at the gala?
Oh yeah.
Yes, from what I learned from our dear little Tian's friend's mind, Stargates are apparently actually a thing. Not in the show, but
Stargates are a thing.
they're like ridiculously large in comparison, but
Or they're
apparently
even
a thing.
bigger. Okay.
Like you can't see them unless you're like high up in the atmosphere or whatever, something like that.
Oh,
That kind of big.
the fuck.
So, my guess is that dear Brad Wright might be in a very similar situation to me.
Do you have a way to contact them?
I have his card.
Oh,
He literally gave it to me. Told me I might be a good person for the next Stargate show.
quite frankly, and I'm sorry if this comes across blunt or in any way negligent, but I feel like if we pursue that, I can rest mentally. Everything is so tied to me with everything else, and as much as it's not a break, it's as much of a break as I'm gonna get while we still move forward. So
Fair
that
enough.
has my vote, even if it's for a selfish reason.
It's understandable. Are you holding up all right otherwise?
I don't know. I mean, I just killed my dad, and I almost killed his ghost.
Yeah.
As much of an asshole as he is, that there's overwhelming guilt as well as joy, and then there's guilt because of the joy, and then there's also the fact that now my entire family knows that I just killed my father. So there's a lot to unpack right now, and I just want to get away from it for a while.
I can understand that. And I do think sort of Sebastian raises up and offers Shanna a hug if she wants one.
Send a text that happily. She's a little friendly, but she's just calming down slowly.
Well, I suggest we pursue either Faye or Stargate. I have a hard time saying that without laughing. It's really hard.
Does that mean we're gonna get to meet Tilk?
You
Well,
know,
Tilk's not real, right?
I don't think so.
Just letting you know, yeah, like you, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad.
It was
I'm
more
glad.
so, hey, potential ally. Like we
Yes.
really needed those.
For sure, for sure. Also, just letting all of you know, I've prepared the 4 colonies, including the one in Sukunga that is like in ruins, as dungeons that you can go and explore. Your characters are going to do. Your characters are going to need to do a little bit of research if you want to find the names of the places that I described to Sebastian, but they are actually not that difficult to identify. There's only one volcano that spews blue lava, and one lake that fossilizes creatures who touch it, and one lake that has thunderstorms above it most of the year.
Yeah.
I really want to meet Chris Judge. Can we go to the Stargate stuff?
I mean, I could certainly give him a call at least.
Yeah.
Unless we want to pursue this fake business, of course.
I'm pretty sure I can't like meet with the carnival right now because I got.
Alright, you want it.
Fire?
Yeah, they'll probably turn you up. Yeah, right. Shall I give a producer a call then?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
There's genuine excitement on Santa's face.
Sebastian's kind of rubbing his forehead like, how the fuck do I do this?
All right. You you make the call. Please make a history check real quick before you do this.
12.
Okay. So there is a you don't necessarily remember the details, but there is an episode of Stargate SG-1 in one of the first seasons where there's a random writer that has been writing stories about the team in a novelized way, but which is accurate to the way things work. They realize that basically the author knows all of this classified information because he owns a stone that that connects him telepathically to Jack O'Neill, who like the colonel, who also has a stone like this. And when Jack is writing his mission reports, they kind of like attune, and both of them are writing at the same time. So like you're going into this conversation knowing that some of the things you're going to tell this person sound exactly like one of the episodes that they wrote. Yeah, just letting you know.
Is Stargate still going on?
No,
No, it
Oh,
ended.
in 2012,
Universe is still going on, I think.
Oh, Universe. I love that show.
I've realized I think I'm the only person here who doesn't know what Stargate is.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, Universe ended 2011. Never mind.
It
Okay.
just ended last year.
Yeah, it ended last
Yeah.
year.
Oh, okay.
in SG-1, the TV show for SG-1 exists within the show for this exact reason.
Yep.
This is so many levels deep, it's crazy.
Yep.
What?
Later on in the series, they have to meet with the directors and writers of their own show to make sure they're not putting too much information into the show.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And at that point, people from Farscape were working on it. Like, actors are actually in the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Farscape Real 2.
We're not even working with a fourth wall. We're
for
breaking
for
through like the 16th wall.
for just a bit of context, Stargate is basically we find like humanity in the modern world, most specifically the American army, finds a gate that that can be connected to a network of other gates spread out throughout the galaxy, and science fiction happens. Yeah, and the main antagonist for like the start of the season is the Goa'uld, which are parasites that latch onto your neck and take control over your body. Just letting you know the connection between Stargate and like the writers were like, yes, we're admitting that we're stealing everything from Lovecraft, but they do not openly admit that like if they stole ideas from Stargate. It's just that it's so like if they didn't realize they were making that connection, they're missing out, because they literally have the Tehans when it came through a Stargate, and they have like Goa'uld creatures to possess people. So yeah, it's a connection that I made.
How much of this game has just been Stargate references that I haven't gotten?
Only a little bit.
No,
It's about to become more.
Only a little bit, because you have to know that like the original game, you can tell what movie the writer or TV show the writers were watching when they were writing each book. For example, when they were writing about the Holy Grail, they had just watched Indiana Jones, because the Holy Grail is exactly where it says it is in Indiana Jones. You can tell when they were writing their second book that they had just watched Kill Bill, because they have a character who is just the main character from Kill Bill.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Making fun of the original content, right?
Yes, I'm talking about the original content. I've like scrubbed a lot of it away, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, you make the phone call. Hello?
Hello, is this Brad Wright?
Yes. Who am I speaking to?
My name is Sebastian Winter. I believe we met at a gala not too long ago.
Are you, are you the person who had some creative insight in the writing process that I was talking with?
It was mostly you were interested in, well, having a talk with me as possibly something upcoming relating to Stargate series. Apparently I'd fit a role you had in mind.
Let me make a persuasion check.
Alright. 20.
Excellent. Well, currently we're working on renewing Stargate Universe, but if you want, I could talk to my agent, and when things come through in that direction, we can contact you for the role.
Let's just say I'd be interested in having a face-to-face talk at some point.
All right, very well. I find that talking with people who are inspired like you helps helps me come up with some brilliant ideas. So let's see. Do you want brunch on Friday? We could meet. There's a nice place I know in Hollywood. Where we could meet and have a chat, have a lunch.
Sure, I could probably do that.
Got my appointment in 6 minutes.
So I'm gonna have to stop the game a little bit early because my wife has a medical appointment, and also because I need to prepare integrating what have I done? A real person into the next story. All right, great game, everyone.
Don't worry, I'm not planning
Yes,
to have.
perfect.
I'm not planning to have him super involved. It's just like, hey, person who kind of knows what's actually going on. Like, you could help us be a contact point to the outside world.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Senna's just like, I'm gonna track down Christopher Judge if it's the last thing I do.